Mm, 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 mm. We did it. Okay. I know. I probably should. What the fuck? Um. Okay. Um. Okay. Let me see the top of my head. Yay. Okay. So we're gonna do weekly tarot read. I felt like before coming on, like things were settling in. I felt like a settling in, like a they don't want me to say that, but it felt like, when finally you're like, okay, how do I put this? It's a settling in. Like I want to say consistency, and they're like, don't say that, and I'm like, okay. So but that feeling you get when things finally just like are slightly predictable, or they're like, when you come off of chaos and everything's kind of like calm. I want to say predictable, or it feels that way at least, or maybe there's this outlook like, okay, things are going to return to normal. I don't know. There's some kind of that's what it feels like. There's a return to normal. Um, but it's kind of giving. It's not, but you feel. I don't know. You just feel more in. You feel like it is, or you feel like you're more in control, or you feel like you know what I mean, like things are not so haphazard. I don't know. Like maybe you just come off a really busy period, and things are a little bit more like, okay, now I can do what I want to do, or maybe I can get back to the things that I want to get back to. Why? I have like no spatial awareness anymore, and I have a million bruises as a result. Okay, before we get going, friendly reminder, you're a sovereign being over your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So, my suggestion to you is to not Cinderella shit to make it fit. What the fuck is going on? Where is this at? Okay, there you go. Alrighty. I'm doing it live again because I am the world's worst at uploading shit. I still have like 5 or 6 videos to upload, guys. And my child left me a present on my desk. It's a measuring spoon. It's from the 70s, y'all. Bow, 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 bow. Like I still have shit from when I was a kid. I jacked it from my parents. I also have a like an egg, like an egg beater, cake beater, whatever it is, a handheld beater. And it is that putrid khaki olive green from the 70s. And has all the food stains to match, because we all know that if you wash it, it will fall apart. That's the glue that keeps it working, is all the stuff from back in the day. So, um, anyways, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but let's go ahead and get in. Where are we going to start? I have 2 drinks, y'all, because I've been told I'm not drinking enough fluids, even though I am. But yesterday I didn't, because I had 2 coffees yesterday, and so I don't know. And so I felt like I was going to be in trouble if I didn't bring this too. I do have my coffee though. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't have coffee. All right, where are we gonna go? Where are we starting? I'm feeling over here. Also, I have been feeling a lot of this is not particular to anybody. Remember, energy is just that, it's energy. Like very masculine undertones is what I want to say, which I feel like there for a while we had like a good year where a lot of shit was very much so just talking about um our spiritual progress, which I always talk about, but uh, and always has a bit more of a feminine undertone. Uh, Masculine undertones definitely deal with, well, the masculine within each of us, but also like the tangible, the here and now. So, making the etheric reality. So, all right, we're going to start with Madame Dora's fortune telling deck. School's starting soon, so I think I might be able to get back to doing these fairly early, since that's what I used to do. Because I usually get back. I'll also be, well, I don't know. I'm going to try to be, I have ADHD, y'all. I say a lot of shit, and you're going to be like, she ain't going to do it. And you're right. But we're going to see. I throw it out there to see what sticks. You never know. So I'm thinking, I'm like, my body has been making me get up so fucking early. And it's in summer. And you'd be proud, I've been working out. But I think I'm gonna start taking a shower before I take the kids to school. So basically, I used to come on and look like death, and we rolled with it. I'm trying to come on and not look like death, but we will see. We will see. Okay? We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Somebody might be in the top. Oh, by the way, because I got so many Leos. I love my Leos. Okay, I'm a Gemini, but I'm a Leo rising, Leo North Node. I fucking love Leo season better than Gemini season. And I got a lot of Leos. Like, let me tell you, us Leos, we always just somehow find each other and we bestie up. So happy birthday to all the Leos out there. My littlest one, he's a Leo. He's the sweetest of them all. He just turned 9, y'all. So those who've been with me since he was wee, y'all are like, shit, you're old. Just saying. I just saw a serendipity card. It was like a drive-by. Like I was moving so fast, I was like, but I saw it. Like I saw it. So there may be a lot of serendipitous things that if you ain't paying attention, you're like, wait. I saw that, spirit. We shall see. I've been playing with this deck for a minute, and there ain't no cards coming out. Spirit. Okay. Unseen forces are watching over you. We shall see. Conflict and danger lie in wait. The dagger. The thing is, the dagger's pointing down, much like a sword. Lack of clarity, lack of truth. Hey, Jow. And seeking a union of mind and spirit. It's funny because we got spirit over here. And conflict and danger. It's almost as if they're saying that you need to sync your thoughts, your mind up with spirit. It's like I feel like saying your mind, your thoughts need to align with intuition or guidance, your spiritual team, whatever comes through. That's what it feels like. This is not a time for your thoughts or your mind to go rogue, is what it feels like to me. Because there are things that are not seen, truths that are not understood, and so therefore you're going to have to rely on like your mental and your spiritual need to come together. You're going to need to rely on, fuck me, can I not get this shit out? Your intuition, and then allow your mind, based upon what your intuition is saying, to help lead you through, like follow through on what you're getting. Does that make sense? So your intuition is going to be guiding it, and your mind is going to be determining best course of action to execute what you're getting intuitively. Because not everything comes through with like a PowerPoint dissertation or like a complete outline of exactly the steps to do. And so but your actions should be based upon, and your words, they said, what your intuition is telling you. And I don't feel like danger feels more like smoke and mirrors more than like something really bad happening. It feels more like something trying to confuse you, delay you, set you off track and course, um, to get you wrapped up in that, to get you wrapped up in the debate between your mind and your intuition. I feel like something wants to, they're going to use manipulation. I don't know who they are, but whatever it is going to use manipulation, um, an untruth to try and get you stagnated, to get you torn like this. Um, Almost like to create a prison for you to be like trapped in. I said prison, but then they showed me a prism, like things fractaling back and forth like this. Um, so somebody, something, someone um, is going to play with the truth to create confusion, to get you to uh, stumble, to get you. Okay, I said there was masculine undertones. I feel like somebody's very, I don't know why I heard articulate, intelligent. Um, there's just this mastery of your masculine. Like that's, you're just, I just get this ability to make shit happen, um, to make manifestations real, to bring something into reality. Like you're just very, you execute so well. That there's, this is where somebody would have to kind of like trip you up to stop that. It just gives me like somebody trying to mind, like fuck with you in the mind. Um, and there may be something about dishonesty trying to trip you up. Something about not needing to be concerned with the outcomes if somebody were to, because this could be like slander, gossip, that kind of shit. And it's like, they really don't have the power they're pretending to have. They're trying to hit a nerve or an insecurity with whatever this is to create this conflict within you, but also like with you, like in your life. Because I said the masculine takes the ideas, the etheric, and makes it into reality. And so if they can create discord or disharmony between the two, between the etheric and um, creation, you know what I'm saying? Uh, then, or like in the doing, the masculine. So yeah, there's just some kind of like discord that somebody's trying to sow so that you trip up, so that you're not as good at what you do, so that you don't execute, so that you don't succeed. This is funny because I feel like this is somebody who has a pattern and consistency of succeeding. In It doesn't mean that there's not failures, that there's not, somebody knows your capability. Somebody knows, and that I just feel vindictiveness around this of trying to, because I think people see how good you are at something. They see integrity. I'm hearing. They see, um, people are impressed with just how you hold yourself and you move forward and you make shit happen. And I just, it's like, and somebody wants, like, feels like you think you're on some kind of pedestal and they want to bring you down a notch or two. it's like it triggers something within them that you continue to do so well. And obviously that's subjective, right? But according to this person, so there is a person. Yeah, it's a person. According to this person, either you don't deserve to do so well, or I don't know, they project some level of arrogance, like thinking that you're arrogant because you do so well. I don't know. I get this grating, like it grates on them that you continue to progress at least. You may not feel like you're doing so great. You may feel like uh, life has thrown you a million lemons. And you're like, oh, there's too many lemons for me to make this much lemonade. Like, what the fuck else can I do with this? But they are really, I get this feeling that somebody doesn't want you feeling like you're doing so well. Or maybe it's because you don't feel like you're doing like you like to constantly humble yourself a little bit. There's a cockiness, but there's also this incessant need to humble yourself. But this other person doesn't like other people liking you or admiring you as much. And I get this feeling of, for some, not all, this like, if it wasn't for me, like you're only so good because of me. That's somebody out there. Okay, let's pull some more. Fuck me. Hold on, let me take my shoes off. I have my this is short people stuff, and then like this is elder millennial. Like I have my wedged on because I cannot stand walking on the fucking floor and like shit getting on my feet. I need me a foot man, y'all. I've said this from the get go. He would make sure my floors were really, really clean. You know, I just vacuumed like 2 days ago, and like within a day, I'm like, okay, there's something on the floor. And girl, he would make sure shit was clean because my feet are too pretty to be touching the floor. What the fuck ever? Let's go on. Okay. Um. So it's almost like when this person kicks up dirt, when this person tries to pull some shit, you need to believe like you're gonna receive like unseen forces watch over you. They're not gonna get away with what you, they're purporting to be able to get away with. Like I feel like you sense that they're gonna pull some shit. So either you're getting downloads like, oh, somebody might try to say X, Y, and Z, and so it's time for you to, I feel like, clean house or get in front of something, get in front of it. See, it's always lovely. Like this is when somebody thinks that they can control the narrative, and it reminds me of 8 Mile, where Eminem, he's spitting lyrics and shit, and he says everything up front, and it takes the wind out of his opponent's sails. Like now, go ahead and say something because the only thing um, the only reason the other person ever seemed like they were able to get one over on him was because they would use things about the person as like a gotcha. But if you're ahead of the curve, they got nothing on you. They can't do anything. It takes the wind out of their sails. So you might be receiving guidance on how to take the wind out of somebody's motherfucking sails before they try to pull some shit. There may be, and that might be how you clean house. It's kind of like taking ownership of things. And the thing is, I feel like this is not anything. People will try to take something and twist the shit out of it just to be able to have a gotcha moment. And it's like it's all for and there's people that will exist that's all they thrive on. It's like it's their source of energy is finding a way to feel like they're any amount better than somebody else because they don't have their own light, they don't have their own uh, life force flowing freely. They live off of like other people's light. There is their stepping stones, right? Um, okay. Let's pull some cards. Azathoth Tarot. When I tell you, like people will just they come and go. They come and go. I just feel like there's something. What the fuck is in my drink? The fucking. It had flowers earlier. Electrolytes. Zing? What the? Whoa! Yeah! Shit! Ten of Swords. 9. Somebody wants to. This is the card of ruin. Ten of Swords. Sword stabbed in somebody's back. So this motherfucker, yeah, this is a person that would, quicker than anything, stab you in the back. Use any minuscule amount of truth and twist it just to be able to. But the card is called ruin. That's what they want to do. They want to ruin somebody's reputation or image. And that's, I think somebody fears and it's anxiety inducing. It's like, what all are they going to try to do? It's just, I feel like somebody wants to keep you in this swing of anticipation of never knowing when something's going to be over or when they're going to do something or how they're going to do it. Like, that's the place. It's not the aftermath of anything that they say or do. It's that sweet spot of you worrying about what, like, it's the mental conflict. And then they'll resort, that's what they enjoy the most. That's where they want you. They want you, like, again, I feel like you wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for me. You couldn't do this if it wasn't for me. Or, like, you're not all that you think you are when you don't have me. There's something there. And even if they don't say shit like that, they feel it. They fucking feel it. And it's funny because I feel as if, like, saying, just because you were around and you participated in somebody's life at certain points doesn't mean that you're responsible for somebody else's success, goodness. And I feel like this person thinks that, like, for whatever reason, they don't want other people to like you as much. It's not gonna freeze. It's not gonna freeze it. They just can't stand it. They don't want you having light if they're not there to enjoy it. Ooh, they don't want you to have light if they're not there to enjoy it. Motherfucker, I'm writing that shit down. Hold on. Bitch. They don't want you having light if they're not there to enjoy it. Or when I tell you, oh, there it is. I was like, where's my pen? I don't want you to have light if they're not there to enjoy it. Because if you experience it, if you experience fun, success, you're going to realize just how unimportant. They don't want you to move on. They don't want you to, how unimportant they were. And that will make them feel unimportant. because it'll make them feel unimportant. So whatever was happening in your life is they built their sense of importance off of you. The fuck? They want to disturb your peace, your sense of stability, and your financial stability. Four Pentacles. Again, if I get into that space between the field of possibilities and you making it a reality, you won't be able to do that. You won't be able to funnel it through. So, Ten of Swords, stabbing you in the back. God, they're giving me this person has done this many times, and you may have just realized. Like sometimes things can seem like you may feel like you're dramatizing by making a certain assumption because certain people really make do a really good job and this is like a covert narcissist type of energy. I'm not saying this person is, but these are the patterns and behaviors they have where it's not so overt. It's very passive aggressive, seen as like um I'm your biggest cheerleader until you act independent of me, until it no longer makes me look good, until like they'll play on your ego, they'll play on your insecurities, but make it seem like they're coming in for altruistic reasons and out of like there's just this level of manipulation sewn into a lot of the things that they've done, and it's like putting shit together. Somebody's put shit together about somebody, and then it's like the final nail on the coffin because here's the Nine of Swords, and then it's like one more thing, and they want to drive that last nail in the coffin. They want to, I don't know why, they want to ruin you. It's like some kind of sick pleasure to feel like they get like you're not going to get to walk away on top. I don't know if this is an ex. I feel honestly everything like this could be an ex. This could be a friend that kind of like benefited. This could be some kind of like business partner ish thing or a family member. Like I don't feel anything one particular, but this is just um like who the fuck you think you are? That's what it feels like. But it is somebody known to you, very known to you. And it's like when is that going to happen? When is that last nail? When are they going to make the attempt? Remember I said they want to keep you in that space. When are they going to make that attempt to really just try to fucking do me in? When is that last nail going to come? When are they going to try to drive it home? When's that shoe going to drop? And you may feel like I don't want to deal with this anymore. I like the trying to plan and prepare and maneuver yourself to avoid whatever bullshit you're just exhausted by. And I'm not. Here's the thing: you don't have to really spend that much time thinking about it, but when you do, when you tap into that energy, it's beyond exhausting. Like you're so done. You want to be so done and over that. And I feel like you've tried to move beyond, which is why they want to keep you in this space because, again, you can't do good without them. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, they keep you in this limbo because it's a sense of power. It literally says it up here power. Power. Hey, Frade. Okay. So, and I think the best thing to do, this is the reason why we want a union of mind and spirit. Spirit's watching over you. This is also like the Temperance card. It's it is your mind not disregarding your intuition, your higher self, whatever the fuck, your instinct. You have great instinct. They really want me to drive that word home. You have great instinct. Like when you know, and they really want your mind to value that over anything else because there's just something about your mind getting you out of things. When your mind trusts your intuition, your instinct, spirit, it's like, oh, I just feel like this little something coming to you, and you're like, it's I don't know, your mind can just out of something like you're good at that. Okay. Oh shit, fire. I heard this is the Page of Pentacles. I heard a new reality with this. Let's find out what they mean. Motherfucking Temperance, y'all. With the fucking High Priestess. This is, again, masculine undertones. Somebody's really well versed at taking something and making it a reality. Like I feel like people admire your, I heard gumption, your, I just heard, how do you do that? I feel like a lot of people get ideas and they don't know how to bring it into. I don't know, but this is the kind of person that is like your version of manifestation is doing something with the ideas, your hunches, your you know what I'm saying. Somebody might well, oh, I feel like this person wants to take credit sometimes for your ideas, for your instincts, for your spiritual connection. I don't know why that comes out. But the high priestess is that aspect of yourself that understands and knows things that are not visibly seen in your reality. So there's this sense of your new reality comes when you have this union of mind and spirit. When you allow your mental capacity to take what you get intuitively and instinctually and maneuver out of something. Like, I just feel like King of Swords. That motherfucker has discernment like no other, but when he decides something, he follows through on it because he already knows it's gonna work. Like I said, you already know it's gonna fucking work. You just have to trust the idea or the instinct or the intuition that comes to you. And this person wants you in this flux, right? This anxiousness so that you don't. That's what they're gonna try to do. That and I feel like they have done that before. So you might have a bit of anxiety about handing your power away in that capacity again, and you're doing your best to not give that your energy, your attention. So that's how we get because the temperance is between the high priestess and this new reality, this very tangible new reality. I feel like this is starting something without them. It's giving like they were involved at some point, and this has been I heard a long goodbye. My nose is itching like a motherfucker, y'all. A long goodbye. I don't know if you're looking for a private reading, but this is a general reading. And who I'm referencing in this general reading is somebody that's known to someone. So very much known. Sorry. When I get to reading, guys, I have to find a good break. I don't pay attention to the chat. My apologies. Um Yeah, somebody just wants to stab you in the back. They want to stab you in the back. So it is giving more credence or attention to the instincts and intuition that you get versus spending any time fretting over when they're going to try to drive, when they're going to try to actually do something. Again, they want you in the limbo of fear of something coming. And I think this person could, I think, or would, let's put it that way. I think this person would try. Um, but uh, they do not have, their power exists in keeping you in limbo. Um, fretting like over the past or present versus moving, because again, that's the idea. This is the past, right? What has gone on, what's under the feet. This is the present and this is the future. When this thing is flipped, it irritates my soul. And so it's like you're really good at seeing something and moving towards it. They want you to pay attention to the bullshit now and to worry about what has been so that you don't move forward. Again, there's something about keeping you in limbo, that's where their power is, and that's where they can make you powerless. And you're not normally like that, but you are like, there's something about the recognition of all that they've done before, and putting it all together. Like, this person has really covertly manipulated and lied, and you might have even found times where you're like, you might have started noticing, right, along the way, and you were like, you may have talked yourself out of it, like, I'm okay, you're going a little far, you know what I mean, like, you were telling yourself that, like, okay, and you were starting to think, am I seeing what I'm seeing? And you ignored, to a certain degree, your own instinct of, something's off, this ain't mm, um and it feels pretty, very backstabbing of this person. So, so spirit is saying, seek union of mind and spirit. Let your instinct and your mind work together rather than against each other, so that you can actually bring this new reality. Um, High priestess, you see it. You already see it. There's just, there may have been a change. Keep that change to yourself. You know, when we envision something, I think this person thinks you're going to move in one particular direction, and I think recently you've there's an element that changed, and it's like, keep that to your motherfucking self as best as possible. But you're going to keep receiving guidance, because again, unseen forces watch over you. My nose is just um they also are predicting you'll move in a certain way. And it's like, I get this feeling like this person doesn't want to be replaced. Like, nobody should have the same kind of influence I had on you. And I also feel like this person overinflates the level of influence they actually had on you. They only had influence because you allowed them to, not because they were actually guiding you in some capacity, or that you saw them in some light as being, I don't want to say better, but like, this person really overinflates their role. Like, they only had it because you let them have it. And that's not a dig at you. Um, it's like, I just want to be like, do you think who I'm reading for couldn't do this without you? Like, they would have achieved all of this anyways, with or without you. And so spirit's like, take the guidance, the instinct, intuition that we're giving to you. Let your mind tell you what to do with it. As long as your mind is trusting your instinct and your intuition, you're going to be good. You'll be able to bring in this new reality. Like your whole world, like your reality will look different because this is very tangible. Page of Pentacles is tangibility, right? Your reality will reflect. Like it's not just like I like a new perspective or paradigm. It is, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I want to know, I kind of want to ask what's the prospect of this individual that tries to hold the dagger. Like it's like a threat. I feel like like you just know they want you in this mind game situation. They want you in the hangman. Six of Pentacles, because they've got what you need. They want you in this limbo. But I can help you out. Like they want you in a position where you bring them back into your energetic field. Again, what was it that I wrote down? Motherfuckers, this is how much my brain. They don't want you to have light if they can't be there to experience it, if they can't be there to benefit from it. I feel like this is a person that if you brought them in, they would start doing all the little sweet things and pretend like they're some kind of great cheerleader. And if it's not that, then they would do things to make you to try and be like, why would you ever think that of me? Like, I don't know. There's this. It's so fucking covert, passive aggressive, um, manipulative. It's like manipulative kindness. Um, and that okay. So when I say that you tried, it's a long goodbye. You've tried to pull away from this person, and so they're no longer like here, but they're at arm's length. They're no longer here, but you have to keep them at arm's length. You think because it's like a ticking time bomb. And so it feels like, so think of your Merkabah field. They're not in your auric field, but they're at the edge of your Merkabah field, if that makes sense. Um, and that feels like a safe place for them because if you push them outside of your field of energy, they're just waiting for that. And but being at the edge, they somehow think they can get in. And so it's like you might be playing this game back with them. You may have learned that you have to be, and you don't like it. You can't stand this. You want to be so fucking done. But there's a sense of manipulation as well of like, I'll give you the air of thinking you might be able to come back in or that you have. And so I feel like this person steps, I just get the sense of like, oh, let me help you with that. Or, oh, let me do, kind of thing. Almost like they try to make you feel crazy for thinking there's something up with them. Like, why would you ever? I don't know. But nothing is ever really said between the two of you. I mean, well, for some of you, there may have been some words, especially if this is like an ex or like a family member. And it's like, I just want to prove to you how wrong you. I don't know. This is so. Bleh. But yeah, this is the long goodbye because there's something that they keep whatever they bring to you on offer or present to you or shower you with or give you, you could find somewhere else. But they like to position themselves as if they are the source. So they're showing me somebody who either, if it's a family member, it's like, I can help you financially. I know that you're going through it. And I just want everything to go good for you. I wish it was so much better. It could be an ex who's like, or an ex-business partner who's like, "But you need help, so let me at least help you with this." They still find like, and you could, whatever they bring to the table, because Six of Pentacles is the resources card. You could get from somewhere else. But if you push them completely out of your Merkabah field, that's the final nail. You think that and they want you to think that. They want you to think that if you seek something else, that they're going to fucking, and that's how they keep you. I just get this. They keep you in this limbo because they've got something you need, or they've, they're the ones that understand. There's the, like when nobody else will, I will. It's also what feeds their delulu of you couldn't do it without them, and they want you to believe you couldn't do it without them. Your instinct says you could. You just don't want to deal with any of the aftermath of what they would pull. And that's where spirit's like, get ahead of them, take the wind out of their sails. I don't know what they think they have on you or what they think they could do to you. It's almost like do it to yourself. What the fuck they gonna do then? Okay, hold on. We got the Ace of Swords. See, if you took the wind out of their sails, then the dagger would be upright. That means the truth and clarity would be out there. Like if it's money from a family member, I just don't want you to be out on the street. I don't know why I feel like if you were to tell the world, or like you were to tell somebody else or go to somebody else and be like, this is what I'm dealing with, you could find your way out and never have to use them for the money again. If it's an ex, there's somebody that has the answer for you. Oh, son of a biscuit. Let's see what else. I want to know, what can this person do to take the wind out of their sails? Let's talk about that shit. Okay, we're going to use Storm and Tarot. Like, give us a little more clue on that one. Spirit might give you some guidance where you're like, where your mind wants to, because this person has you in that limbo state of anxiety, thinking, fuck, what stunt are they going to pull? And Spirit might give you something that you're like, you know what I mean? That you might have a hunch, you might have an instinct, you might have an intuitive hit, and you're like, shit. Your mind might try to contemplate if you do it, confirmation verb, what this person will do, and it's like your mind needs to trust your instinct. Son of a biscuit. The Moon card. There might be steps or phases in this. Again, there's something that you've changed or something that you want to change. And it might, again, an instinct. Don't let anybody know. Don't share it. It'll come to light later. But also I feel like don't show all your cards right now. And I know you don't want to play the game with them, but you may have to a little bit longer while something else is going on behind the scenes in the back door. The fuck is. What do you mean? No clue, but you're listening. Huh? What? Am I dumb? Don't answer that. Let them still think that they're manipulating something and controlling something. The Queen of Pentacles, but if she's negatively aspected, somebody is definitely operating out of their shadow, negatively aspected feminine. We'll call it that. Shadow is not necessarily negatively aspected. See how she looks like she's manipulating everything. Like she had Queen of Pentacles is usually the can do it all, and is capable of doing it all and manages it all, and it's like I don't know, like in control of the energies, right? Can wield and manipulate the energies within reality and stuff. I'm getting a very like let them continue to think that. Because I also get the idea that their Queen of Pentacles their status as they see them doing this really only comes from you letting them, from you. Like, I feel like it's going to be a hard fall for somebody when you get out from underneath the bullshit. I know it's hard to see at this point how you're going to get out. Five of Cups. Constantly focusing on the shit that has happened. There's a concern if you fall prey to this person any longer and they keep you in this liminal space of am I not, what's gonna, like, constant angst, edge, something like that of what they'll do. The longer you stay in that, the harder it will become to believe that those two cups exist. Because I feel as if it's like this new reality has something in it for you, which very well may be a Two of Cups, a new person that will take their place. Oh, bitch! Yeah, two cups come together. A new person that will take their fucking place. Oh, that's their ultimate goal. Can't let nobody do that. You can go from this oppressive state, 10 of Wands, to the 10 of Cups. They want you to believe that without them, you are going to consistently be in the 10 of Wands. They want you to feel the 10 of Wands. But honestly, when they're out permanently, you will have the 10 of Cups. And that might be hard for you to see right now. Because I feel like somebody trying to look away from all the spilled cups, all that's gone wrong, and this person just, like, I just see them turning your head. Like they're either doing something, saying something to constantly bring back attention to the cups that have fallen apart. And I feel like they're like it. Honestly, for some, this could be very energetic work that they're doing, but there's such tangibility with this. I feel like they keep reminding you, or something happens to remind you. It's like those three cups that spilled, that's so devastating, only happened when they started leaving your orbit or reality. So either energetically, that's what they're projecting onto you. or they try to create things and then play victim. Like, I didn't do anything, where another cup spills, and it's like there's this ability to be like, man, things are really just, without me there. Um, and it's to bring you back to focus. I'm also seeing like a situation where there's a divorce. Um, and it's like somebody trying to take dibs of something, like I should have access, or I should have a portion of this. And someone's going like, I don't even make money off of that. And it's like, well, that wasn't a problem when I was around. Like, there's this idea of like constantly reminding you, finding little. And now remember, this is a very covert person. They find ways without overtly or extrovertly saying shit to show, like it's almost like if I get you to admit that things aren't so good when I'm not around. And so like there's this divorce where it's like I can't do what they're asking because this, it's like you have to constantly admit the three cups that are shit. Like they want to keep, where'd you go, hang on, they want to keep you in that spot. They're gonna fucking keep, this could be, again, a long goodbye. This could be a drawn out fucking divorce, a drawn out a legal thing with some business partner. This could be um cutting ties with a family member in every way but the finance. Like there's just drawn out, and whatever way they can keep their foot in the door, they do, without making it look like they're the reason that their foot can stay in the door. This is such a fucking douche canoe. So, a couple of things. It's a lie. This fearful place that you're at is, you feel it because you didn't notice all the shit they were doing until you're like, what the fuck? After the fact. And you're like, holy shit. And so if they were able to get away with that for so long and you weren't hip to it, you weren't keen on it, and then I just get, I feel like it got progressively worse. Like, what are they capable of? Is what I feel like you are thinking. What the fuck are they capable of? And it's that what if that really messes with you. Like, what if you are so underestimating them? But I feel like Spirit's saying you're underestimating yourself. They've only had power because you gave them a position in your life, and it's time to take that away. They've only had power because you gave them a position in your life, and it's time to take that away. Why do I write so slow? Fuck me. God. That's on some dyslexia shit. Um, all right. So, and this is the plan or the plot to take that away. Okay. Your instinct, when I tell you, like, if I remove this person from your field, you are yummy. Like, your intuition and instinct, fuck, is sexy. And then what you fucking can do with that shit, this is like a manifesting generator if you're into that kind of shit. This motherfucker can make shit happen. And that is sexy as fuck. So your mind needs to trust your instinct and let your mind do what it does best. Because when you give it something and you let it run free with it, that bitch can come up with shit that's like, damn, damn. And so your mind just needs to be trusting of your instinct right now, and fuck this bitch, whoever it is, and keep shit to your fucking self so that this manipulative cunt doesn't get the information, because they will use it. They will use it. Get out in front of this person. One, by trusting your instinct and letting your mind go with it. Like if your instinct may say they're going to try to say this, find a creative way to bring that to light so that they can't use it against you. Find a creative way to remove that from your field. Like I just feel like you got the answers. And it's almost like if you were to do this for somebody else, you'd be firing on all pistons. Like you'd be like, "Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do," like just amaze balls. And when you take the wind out of their sails, this person's going to crash. They're not going to be able to do what they think they can do. Boy, it's going to piss them off too. I just think it's gonna feel so good. And it's like whatever role they played, like whether it was family, you get your chosen family, like real family. You know what I mean? If it was friends, you're gonna get someone way in alignment that's really a cheerleader. That's like you're gonna get. They are gonna fucking be replaced. If it's an ex, guess what? But it's not just replacing them. It is bringing in another light. See, they needed to feed off of yours. This is whoever comes in their place has their own light, and it just amplifies you, and it's like whoever comes in, they could not compare to. And that might hurt you a little bit because you used to think so differently of this person, but I do feel like spirit's like, "It's time to take your power back." So, alright. Uh, okay, so Frey. Oh, okay. Sorry. First off, thank you. You're right. I don't need the cards. I don't need the cards. I do channel. Um, Cards, honestly, for me, just it's like okay, Finding Nemo, and you know when they go into the Pacific something current, and there's the turtle that's like, "Whoa, dude!" And it's like, and you go super fast. That's like tapping into spirit with me, and so because the tunnel of everything is so vast, fast, immense. Cards help me to pinpoint where I can dip my finger in and then pull back out easily. Because when you sit like, say, Henry Tyler, the medium, you just sit and you delve in. That's why he has all those physiological responses and things like that. It's like it's much harder to detach from that energy because you really, really immerse yourself. Now, sometimes it still happens with cards, but it's easy for me to kind of like to keep a slight distance. It's like I go in, out, in, out, in, out, and so that's the reason why it's really, especially when you're dealing with. I don't do that always with one-on-one, but if you're dealing with a collective, that's a lot to take on. That's a lot to deal with, and you're going to be drained, and you don't get paid for the collectives. So there's not really much of an energy exchange. Anyways, so yes, I do that. Now the other part, I don't necessarily feel an elder woman. It could. I didn't get age. I just got real good at manipulating. So to that, familiar with working certain manifestations, yes. Because somebody that can manipulate this well, real good at getting what they want also. And they don't, but in a sense that if left to their own device, like that's how they get their manifestations is through other people's energies and kind of like, you know, how like when you write a book, that's really hard, but editing, real fucking easy. That is like so much easier. Like the inspiration flows in, right? And so it's just the groundwork. So whoever does this shit is really good at fucking groundwork. This other person likes to use the groundwork the other person does as, you know what I'm saying? And so, um, in the sense of if they were left to their own device and their own energy, no, they're not good at manifesting. They're good at using other people's works even their own healing, their energy, that kind of stuff, as. But they will parade it around. They will parade it around as if it's them. That's part of that covert narcissistic type of personality, right? You don't have to be a covert narcissist. We have It has run rampant in our leadership for so long that we have adopted it into a lot of the systems within our society, and so therefore people adopt a lot of those behaviors and patterns, uh, um, uh, uh, ways of moving in life without being a full blown anything, right? So it's not diagnosing somebody, it is, but being very familiar with and utilizing those tactics to their advantage. And if you were to ask, though, this is where it does get bit narcissistic to me, is this individual really believes to a large degree there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They believe to a certain degree what they're saying until the universe proves to them by taking their source away. And this is where, to me, if you immediately try to seek out, like, I just don't want you to do better than me. I don't want you to feel like you can shine without me. I don't want you to feel like, this is also a bit like codependency here. So this might help you to identify. Um, But, yeah, when you get into that, it's like, "Oh, that really sounds very narcissistic and codependent." And narcissists are codependent. They pretend like they're not, and they will try to project that onto the other person, but they are, because their sense of worthiness, stability, and sense of pride, and again, really good at faking it, and they believe it. Like, I just get this feeling that, like, this person really believed it. Like, their version of love was love, and that they really wanted to be a cheerleader. But as soon as they are faced with the idea or notion that somebody is okay without them, shit gets triggered, right? Um, some would argue that's also like BPD, like borderline personality, because abandonment issues, like everything surrounds some kind of an abandonment issue. But in this person, it's like they've really abandoned themselves. Um, I also get a sense they're really good at faking doing well, even when they're not. So there's a major act that they put on to people. And I get a sense that they also, to earn some, like, to attach themselves to somebody, they will meld themselves a bit. So a lot is an act. A lot of it is an act, even though they feel like it's not. So I hope that helps kind of like narrow it down for you, because I'm not this type of personality or this type of individual, they exist at every age level. And I'm not getting, like, when they're focusing on the dynamic distinctions between and like the power plays, it doesn't necessarily, like, they're just focusing on the interaction versus any tangible. I think it has more to do with this, just the person versus their age. So, and they're not giving me anything right now, so I can't really, Um, I don't really do. I know people who do automatic handwriting. I will sit, and because when I channel, shit goes so fast, I will write it out. But, like, I don't put pen to paper and then let my hand go. I'm not like, I don't like giving my vessel over to something like that. Keep your fucking distance, please. Um, I don't know, something about a little creepy for me. I don't like that. I've only ever, like, how do I put this? Um, there's channeling, and then there's, like, when an energy inhabits your physicality. You know what I'm saying? I've only done that really once, and um, it was amazing. but also I like my spiritual team to act as a filter so that I don't take on any unapproved entities' energies. So, okay. I hope that was beneficial. I hope this found whoever it was meant for. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, week, whatever. I'll be back on. But yeah, y'all have a fabulous day. I'll see you at the next read, okay?